Yeah. And I want to paint because of I've been editing all day and I don't want to do that anymore.
The video today was great.
Yeah, it was a fun one. Oh, look at that. There it is. Hey, Brettis.
Woot woot.
Birders.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, it's time to get going with this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna continue on with my grots.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I'm gonna work on this NECRON OVERLORD.
Wow, that's odd. I didn't know you were going to. I don't know you're gonna do that.
Let's see. I'll use this one for base coating.
More like fake coating.
Yeah, get him.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want his power weapon to be kind of classic Necron-y with the blends. A lot of my Necron units, like the Ophidian Destroyers, I did like a speckling with my airbrush. Here, is there one close enough to me to grab? Yeah, I'll go get it.
Okay.
And by Ophidian Destroyer, of course, I mean the one that's not Ophidian, Locust, or Hexmark. The one I can't goddamn remember the name of.
Ah, I've heard of that one.
JPC, welcome back, guys.
Hey, hey.
It's a little hard to see on camera, but I use my airbrush to speckle on red, yellow, and orange. And it kind of makes a cool effect.
I think you should have did red, white, and blue.
Ah, I'm not in Gamza.
Ah, I get it.
TK Studio Prince. Hello, everyone.
Okay. Let's keep painting these cuties. So what's the goal for painting him today?
I'd like to finish his axe. That would be really cool. That's it's a big project in an hour. To not only paint his axe, but to figure out how I'm going to paint his axe. But I don't think it's going to be crazy. I mean, the axe is going to look crazy when it's done, but I don't think it'll be crazy to paint. Unless you guys keep distracting me. Here, let's have this stream be silence. That way I can get some real painting finished.
Only silence.
Yeah.
The silent stream.
Silent but deadly.
I'm well equipped with those.
You know what I think is a little bit of a misstep by Games Workshop? The Ophidian Destroyers have like a tentacle body. The Hexmark or the Scorpec Destroyers have a tripod legs. The Locust Destroyers have a hover body, and the Hexmark Destroyers also have the same tripod legs as the Scorpec. Like, why not have them each have a unique thing? You were
but
so
you can
close
copy
to
and
greatness.
paste so easily.
I think I kind of want to get a Hexmark, but I think I'm going to try to figure out something for the legs. I think maybe tracks would be cool. I know wheels aren't really wheels and treads aren't really a thing for Necrons, but I think it'd still be neat. Although the hex mark, it does look pretty good. Like, it looks good with the tripod legs. It's just annoying that they have the tripod legs when all other destroyers are unique.
It had to get done.
Yeah, it was 5 o'clock. He had just had his 12th tea break of the day.
Exactly. That's just Games Workshop for you. I think when people say that they're evil, I think they're just drinking tea.
Yeah.
Just busy. I mean, I used to work with some Brits, and that's a real thing. It was wild.
Just drinking tea.
They'd have
They
4
greet
o'clock, 5 o'clock tea.
They'd greet you every day with a chip chip cheerio.
Yeah. Exactly. It was pretty silly. Definitely a different culture.
TK's 3D prints. Mod me, and I'll put everyone on timeout to keep them from talking. Aquino Quinones, brilliant white-red combo, reminds me of my alma mater. Was your alma mater Necrons?
Exactly.
Need something with a finer point. TK's 3D prints. Afternoon tea was a Victorian thing.
Well, apparently these Brits were Victorian because they would do it. It'd be annoying because it'd be like 5 o'clock. I want to leave, and I'd be like, "All right, can you check to make sure that this is done because it has to get pulled and everything has to work out?" And they'd be like, "Well, I mean, we're in the middle of this." I'm like, "You can drink tea and look at these plans real quick."
I think they can't.
Yeah, it was very annoying. Sometimes they do it on a Friday. Oh my gosh! All you want to do is leave. And they'd be doing that on a Friday. I'm like, I want to leave at 5. Please just check these plans.
TK's 3D prints. Only 80-year-old Scottish women have afternoon tea these days.
And apparently the people that I knew.
Yep. Were they 80-year-old Scottish women?
No. They were 50-something-year-old men.
Were they at least
They were
Scottish?
very funny. No.
Wow, what even was the point? True Brits can multitask with a cup of tea.
Yeah. Well, I think it was just an excuse to not work. They could just sit around and, argue about politics.
Like smokers.
Exactly. Which we had some of those too.
Yeah, if you want to take a break every 20 minutes, just smoke.
Yeah. We would get so someone that I worked with, he would vape, but we would be so busy that he would just vape in the office. Didn't even have time to leave. It was very funny. And he had like a modified one. He's like, yeah, I put these resistors in, and then I get this much vape stuff happening. I don't know. Very, very funny. Hey, Joey Flores.
The best tea is a cream tea.
But
TK's 3D prints. Not our fault the government sends us outside to have smoke. I worked in a warehouse, and they were all smokers.
I mean, you have to be if you're working in a warehouse.
Pretty much. Oh, there goes my compressor.
How rude.
Barely noticeable.
It's not too loud.
Oh, that's good.
Wherever it is.
Mm-hmm. I got a little distance on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did I talk about my compressor at all in today's video? I don't think I did.
No.
I've talked about it in other videos, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a no-name. It's a no-name with a tank, and I am okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
It does the job, but it's a little bit loud.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's not like it's a little loud. Like if you had thin walls, it could become a problem, and it's a little distracting. Like if you were listening to a YouTube video or something, you have to pause the video while it's running, or crank up your YouTube video.
Yeah.
I need Goober at 200 decibels if.
Yeah, exactly. I'm Goober from Brenttown Hobbies.
Oh, he should do that for a video.
That'd be pretty good.
Reddit 1001. The Overlord is turning awesome. The only thing I hate about it are those dangling pieces in front, which are predestined to break or be damaged to some extent. You know, I bet that it's part of the necrodermis and the necro technology means that they'll actually never get in the way, and they're indestructible.
Well, what about in real life?
But they're... Well, he's not real life. He's a Necron. He has magic.
I would assume I assumed that he was talking about real life.
Ah, those
like
danglies are probably part of his like a force field or something.
Mm-hmm.
That protect his front.
Mm-hmm.
I like the danglies.
Mm-hmm.
Xavier Maximus, how do you do the red glow effects? It's airbrush for parts like this scarab swarm or on his tachyon arrow. But for the rest of the red is all Citadel Corn Red, Citadel Evil Sun Scarlet, P3 Kador Red Highlight, which is an orange, and P3 Cygnus Yellow, which is a yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And you just layer it up.
Layer it up. Exactly.
Brett S. Your compressor is way louder than my no-name with a tank. Well, I have nothing to compare it to. I did watch their YouTube video on my particular unit, and it sounded the same. I mean, it sounded better in the video because it's a video, and audio shenanigans. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'd make that baby purr.
Mm-hmm.
Can't even tell it's on.
It sounded like the same though, like the ba-da-da-da-da-da. It's physically to my ears, but I wish it was quieter. I don't know if there's a way to have like it professionally looked at or something.
Is it even worth it?
Probably not. I mean, it was like $70.
Nah, I just buy a new one.
But it works. It's fine.
You should sell it.
Ooh, I could sell it. And then just buy the same thing again, but hope it's quieter.
You probably should buy a different one.
Yeah.
Different brand.
That's the thing. I mean, I did look around, and everyone was like, yeah, this one's fine. They're all fine. They're just, it's a compressor.
Mm-hmm. Or you could get a tank.
I could get a tank. That'd be nice.
That's super quiet. That's the quietest thing you can get.
Although if the tank runs out at 11, I can't run that thing in my in the driveway.
No.
Just 1 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Joy Flores. I just cranked the audio up myself. Eventually, the air compressor and air fan will get canceled out, and then you actually reach silence again.
Yep.
Once your YouTube video and your compressor are at the same volume.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
2819 Gamaco. Citadel texture paints are a ripoff, and that was a quote. Was that me? I probably said that before.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of a ripoff. It's just spackle, some sort of a body material and sand. Very easy to make.
It's made out of bodies?
Well, like something with a body. Here we would use spackle, like a vinyl spackle.
It's not made out of people?
Across the pond, it'd be made out of cellulose.
I think it's made out of people.
It's made of... Texture paste is people!
Mm-hmm. That's what gives it body.
Yep. TK City Prints, to be honest, think they stay up better than a resin print unless you use flexi resin. Ooh, what is TK? What you talking about? Retap 101, kind of floated nipple shield. Yeah, they're nipple shields.
Nip shields.
Aquino Quinones, great video today. Why did you begin airbrushing with Harder and Steinbeck? Well, I had a job, and I really planned on getting really good at this painting thing, so I thought, well, I might as well just go and get the best one I can possibly get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's a lovely airbrush. It really is. I don't know if it's like 300% better than other compressors or other brushes, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Smelvin Hamilton. I just got an airbrush and it smells really bad. I also think it's killing my baby lungs. Well, you should use some sort of a respirator, especially if you're spraying for more than like a few seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Some paints smell weird when they're airbrushed, like Vallejo paints. A lot of Vallejo colors smell very, very sweet. Retep 101. Guess Magnus is not anymore the one rocking nipple gear. Dr. Jokel, Jay, did they not send any instructions with the airbrush rebuild kit from the video today? Seems like they would at least point to an online video or set of instructions or something. I watched a couple of instructions online. I couldn't find one for my specific airbrush, but I did find one for the Harder and Steinbeck Evolution, which is pretty much the same thing. But the kit I bought, it didn't have like this piece goes here, this piece goes there. But it wasn't really too tricky to figure it out. They really only could go one place each.
Mm-hmm.
TK3 Prince. When Retep was talking about the model with the ribbons getting broken, but the plastic is more durable than resin prints. Oh yeah, these things aren't going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They are a little springy, but yeah, I'm not worried.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ed Chimera.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ed Chimera.
Yeah.
Take 14. Yeah. Keep up the good work, fam.
Yeah. Thank you. Ed Chimera, we salute you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aquino Quinones, street graffiti smells better than most airbrushing, and I don't know why. Hopefully, street airbrushers are using some really, really like mild paints, like nothing too toxic.
Are they just using rattle cans?
Well, not airbrush artists probably.
Are those street people?
They're street people. They're street airbrush.
I was thinking. I guess I was thinking graffiti.
Ah.
Yeah, street graffiti.
Well, I mean, I
think
like
it doesn't.
I like
think
what
it
spray
doesn't
paint smells like.
I was about to say it doesn't smell that bad because you're high.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. That works pretty well. Okay.
Hector Boy 27, is that skeleton boy? Oh, it is a skeleton, but it is not a boy. It's the 65 million year old man. The Salinator. How do I paint interior lighting? Oh boy. I don't know. If it's interior lighting, like the inside of a tank, or you're doing sort of interior lighting reflecting onto a model, you probably want to have a lot of splash light hitting other surfaces and reflecting. That'd probably be what I would want to try. Smelvin. Holy shit. You're not wrong. The Vallejo ones smell foosty.
Yep. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
There's some great colors, great smelling colors.
Mm-hmm. Francisco Del Real. Any comments, thoughts on the vampire lady from the Underworld's Warband? I can't wait to get hold of some crazy-haired vampires. Oh, that's sad that it's going to be for Underworlds. I was hoping that they were going to update vampire counts for Age of Sigmar. But it's a cool model. I like it. It reminds me a lot of some of the Escher gangers. And I really like the guy vampire with the hair that's flowing up and then turns into bats. I think that's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. Man vamp.
Yeah. That's what you want. You want a bat bun is what you want.
A bat bun.
Like the new Batman. The Edward Cullen is Batman now.
Mm-hmm. Which we're still Team Jacob.
Yeah.
Just in case you guys wanted to know.
I mean, Team Jacob is actually hot. Like. Ooh, the Salinator. I'm trying to make the interior of my Valkyrie look like the Stormtrooper scene from The Force Awakens. Ooh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, you probably just want to put red on everything. Probably, base coat the interior of the Valkyrie all with probably a dark red, and then just dry brush the heck out of it with a bright red and then an orange. And that should give you a nice red effect. The only tricky thing is, realistically, I mean, if you can see the inside of the Valkyrie, that means the doors are open. And if the doors are open, the red probably wouldn't be quite as vibrant as it could be or should be. But it's fake. It's all fiction. They use super red bulbs in Valkyries.
Mm-hmm. Ultra red.
Ultra red.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how they invented RGB. They invented RGB. No, they invented RB holograms for Han Solo: A Solo Star Wars Story, so that you could see Darth Maul's red lightsaber.
Mm-hmm. I love RBs.
Ooh. Keith Aldrich. Hot take. Underworlds might be the best Games Workshop they make. Ooh, I've heard good things. What's his name? John from Ninjan really digs the game. And then like some other YouTube painters, Miniac, he actually plays games.
Ooh. You heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, you already knew it, but
If you listen to Trapped Under Plastic, you'd know. they say it themselves, but. Retap 101. Gotta love paint smelling like gasoline. Retap 101, you must have a heck of a nose.
a heck of a nose. Also, what's wrong with the smell of gasoline? I like the smell of gas.
Dr. Jokel, Batman sparkles now and refuses to work out. I heard about that refusing to work out thing. I think that's fine. I mean, he's going to be wearing either a suit or a Batman costume the whole movie. Why does he have to work out nonstop for 6 months so that he's buff under his, muscle suit?
That is true. Maybe they're planning on making him take it off.
Ah. Oh, they got the shirt. Everyone got the shirtless Pattinson for Twilight. We don't need more.
Yeah.
What? We want older abs?
Older abs.
That's fine. Don't work out.
You heard it here, folks. Don't work out.
The Stranger Thing guy worked out for like 2 years to become absolutely stacked for the new Hellboy movie, and everyone just thought it was CGI or a muscle suit. So it's not worth it. Ooh, Francisco Del Real. The vampire guy is part of the revamp. No pun intended for vampires in Age of Sigmar. Ooh, Zongpu! You're finally painting the sword. The orange looks good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And judging by how it's 9:30 and I'm putting on the highlights on one side, I think it'll get done.
Ooh.
No, it won't.
Yep. Joy Flores. Eons of Battle, more like eons of drama, am I right? Yeah. And you would especially know the drama if you followed us on Patreon. Would we really say what we think?
Dr. Jokel, because he was supposed to bulk up while he was away, and when he came back, hadn't done anything, so all the footage they shot with the stuntmen doesn't match because they were all way bigger than him. Huh. That's weird that they would just say, "Oh, please do your best." If, it's hard to believe the studio just said, "Okay, Pattinson, but make sure, while you're on vacation, you keep it up." I don't know, put him in a muscle suit. Who cares? Or CGI it. Or you know what? Have it look different for a half second.
Don't make the movie.
Or don't make the movie. All of these are viable options.
Give up. I've always said, more people should be giving up.
I'm sure Pattinson's going to do a great job as Batman. And I'm sure I'll see the movie eventually. But I don't really care. I don't know. Batman's not really my favorite. I think The Dark Knight might be some of my favorite superhero movies, but that's just because they're some of the best movies. Like, The Dark Knight is amazing because of Joker. Not Christian Bale. I mean, Christian Bale is pretty dope. I like Christian Bale better in a little movie called Equilibrium. That's a movie right there. It's it's what, 1984, but with gun fu. Melvin Hamilton was wondering if you're watching Miscast's new video. It was insane. I forced my mother to watch. She thought it was pretty cool. I've never heard of Miscast.
I believe I have, but I didn't see the new video.
Who's Miscast? Do they do casting?
Here, let me make sure I know what I'm talking about.
Are they a painter?
My computer's really chugging.
Retep 101. Guess there'll be some shirtless scenes for the ladies. Fan service. Ladies, very few ladies go see those things.
Yeah. Well, what if the boyfriend or significant other tracks them?
That's true. I don't know. If they're not into the movie, it's not like seeing one, skinny white ab is gonna get them excited.
All right. Maybe that's just for you, though.
Aquino Quinones. Everyone loved Chris Pratt's scene in Guardians. The problem was probably the Hellboy movie. Hellboy was also just an amazing movie, though. Also, Chris Pratt didn't bulk up for 2. So... And then he got a little flab back for Infinity War, which I think is funny. Heath Aldrich. I straight up thought you guys had an OnlyFans, but it was just a tier of your Patreon. I was a little disappointed as there isn't enough dude hobbyists on OnlyFans.
Good old that. That started, I don't even know. That must have been like very first stream. We talked about having an OnlyFans, and that's how it turned into our Patreon tiers. EOB OnlyFans. EOB Ultra fans.
Dr. Drokel, The Dark Knight is only amazing because of Bale's Batman voice. Everyone knows that. Harvey Dent, can we trust him? Connor Reed, ahoy!
Ahoy!
Retep 101, at least no weirdo Leto Joker. He was like a Joker sidekick or an acolyte. Connor Reed, is there going to be some sick blending on this blade? Oh, yeah. Francisco Del Real. On OnlyFans, imagine taking risque pictures with like tanks and other minis.
Right in front of the old hog.
Yeah. Zerg619. Hello, Eons and Nick. Aquino Quinones. Miscast is another Aussie artist who does Warhammer. Oh my gosh, all these Australians. They need to leave a little YouTube for the rest of us. Dr. Drokel. Dude hobbyist on OnlyFans. Okay, I'm going to thin this paint with my trademark Painter Boy bathwater. Order yours today.
That's the problem. I don't think anybody wants our bathwater.
TK's 3D prints. Remember, hit that like icon or thumbs down. It all helps the channel. Hit subscribe if you're new, and also check the info out for the Patreon link.
Yeah. Everybody thumbs it down. I love that you changed that. Thumbs it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we should maybe start taking risque Warhammer picks. A tank right in front of the hog. I think that'd be perfect. That would that'd be amazing. Beautiful lighting. We could do a sexy Warhammer calendar.
Ooh, there we go. Maybe we could get some other contributors.
Yeah, there you go. all the Warhammer 40k YouTubers.
Yeah. Midwinter and only his glasses. Brent with his lovely locks hiding his nips.
All right, everyone clip this. Send it to them. Clip this and send it to them.
Miniac with a perfectly placed Duchess box. Tabby's plays, is your robot skeleton supposed to be white or gray? He is white, but he has plenty of gray on him because of the highlights. But if he was just solid white, he wouldn't look as white, because there wouldn't be enough variation between the dark and the light. If you went and you took like a picture of a white Honda Civic, and then you looked at the picture, you would actually see a lot. You would see that there's actually very little light, or very little pure white. White like black is another color that's kind of a tricky one.
Joey Flores, don't do that at Eons of Battle. Don't give me hope for this calendar.
Ritsap 101, wearing only Nuln oil, enough said.
Oh my gosh. I mean, like I said, clip it, send it to them. We'll make it happen.
TK's 3D prints. YouTube Def-O plan up lately. The stream is stuttering. Let me...
It is looking a little
It
stuttery.
is. I am getting an error report from YouTube. Interesting. Yeah, it is pretty bad. I did everything correctly. I restarted right before stream.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll take a peek-see at it tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be fine.
It is odd. Now everyone has disliked the video.
Yeah!
Which you're supposed to do. Dislike the video.
A dislike shows you're watching.
And that's all that matters. I want to make a video where we only get dislikes.
Yes. Yeah, it's 9 hobby tools.
Yeah.
Every day. Every single day. And you know what? Weirdly enough, it seems like the GW paint into dropper bottle people have finally kind of faded out, and now it's all about the people who hate super glue in bottles or in tubes. They're like, every time I buy super glue in a tube, not only is there no glue in it, but it also explodes and gets everywhere. And it costs 17 million times as much.
Super glue in tubes killed my mom. Like, that's the kind of comments that we get.
Or I think it's just you who has problems with the super glue in bottles. See, the thing is, some people say you transfer it, so you pour yourself out some super glue into another container, and then you poke at it with a stick to transfer it onto the model, or you have to meticulously clean the applicator after every use. And I'm like, I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to do anything though. I just want it to work perfectly every time. And if I'm using a brand new tube, it's pretty much perfect every time. Dr. Jokel, do you offer blood for the blood god before every stream? You know what? I didn't.
That's important. That is a big step.
Did you not sing canticles to the machine spirits? Ooh.
Exactly. Yes.
Tabby plays. I use Testor's glue. Bingo bango. Dr. Jokel, I put all my super glue into dropper bottles.
There you go. That's expert advice right there.
Mm-hmm. And then do you use flow improver and the agitator, little stainless steel agitators?
Mm-hmm. No, he bought the paint shaker and uses that for his glue. But one of those lab ones. Yeah, people get sensitive when you tell them that what they bought is wrong.
Yeah.
Even though that's not even really what we said in the video, they just took it that way.
Christian could see. Am I the only one seeing the stream really choppy? It's really choppy. I don't know why. Everything is set up appropriately, but it looks.
And
we
don't have that much. We don't have that much time left in our stream to start over again.
It looks like skip frames. The tool is saying I'm skipping. It's 91% dropped frames.
Oh.
So I don't know what's going on, but
I mean, you keep downloading all this porn during the stream.
I know. You know what? If everyone can close their eyes and then just open them 1 second, or for 1 second every second, or 1 second every 10 seconds, it should look normal.
There you go.
Could be the camera because I had to add the camera to Streamlabs OBS. It should
could be.
It could be, but yeah, it shouldn't be dropping 91%.
You
know, I'm not streaming. I'm not streaming from not a potato, but. You need to use StreamYard. Then we can see you and Nick. It should not use up any more system as it's web-based. Aren't they all web-based?
Like web browser? It's like a podcast and stop frame animation.
Yeah.
There you go.
G Manico, is Vallejo model color the same as Vallejo game color, or is there some difference? There's no difference. It's just different colors. Game color tends to be more colorful colors. Like the range is made up of more colors. Model color is more kind of muted, realistic colors. But it's the same paint. Like they'll mix together just fine. They feel the same on your paintbrush. Dr. Jokel, have you ever seen the Loctite super glue in the plastic casing with tabs that you push in on either side to squeeze out glue? If you tear open the casing, it's just a regular super glue tube inside. Yeah, those are fine, whatever. I guess like maybe if you have trouble with small things, then maybe that's a good pick. Joy Flores, if it can't run Minecraft at 300 FPS on a 14 kilohertz K monitor, it's a potato.
Yep.
Dr. Jokel, the stream is still running better than Cyberpunk 2077. El Rondorio, Vallejo model color seems to have more historical military colors. In its range, game color looks like it has more role-playing colors, or at least that's the way it looks to me. Yeah, that's kind of the idea.
StreamYard is Gary Vanderchuk approved.
Yeah, Gary V. Paint every day. No days off. It doesn't matter what you paint. As long as you paint well, and it matters what you paint.
Ideas are shit.
You gotta have a good idea, but... Gary V.
It's pretty funny. It's just random people and then Gary V. Interesting. We'll look into it. I think we should become the Gary V of Warhammer painting. I painted for 10 years straight, no days off. All I did was paint.
And now I'm speaking to you in a $130 a night conference hall. My assistant unpacked all of those banquet chairs you're sitting in. No, I'm sure Gary V is killing it.
Yeah, I think he is. Tim Dillon always has some fun stuff about him.
Dr. Jokel, Jay, the stream would look correct if you would start saying next slide every 2 seconds. I know!
Amazing.
Christian Kudzi, instead of painting, I'm building a Primaris chaplain. Ooh, I love a chaplain. Is it the Indominus one or the one with the cloak?
Indomitable Snow Chaplain.
I like them both. Ooh. 2819 Maiko bought a sealed new Citadel NECRON compound paint, and it was completely dry inside. What a waste of $5. I mean, you should try to get your money back.
Mm-hmm. I
Citadel
know
NECRON.
a lot of people have a problem with that paint.
The dry though, it still works if it's the silvery dry Necron compound. It works even if it's dry. It's supposed to be dry. It's a really weird paint. Sometimes what helps is if you scoop out a little chunk onto a paper towel and then kind of mash it with the back of a brush, and then hit it, and then dry brush, pick it up with a dry brush.
Which is true, because it is just for dry brushing, really.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Tabby plays compound paints. I did it once, never again.
I see it a lot on Paint Hub. People do not like it.
Yeah, I used it up. I used one pot of it up. I just don't do a lot of dry brushing anymore in general. I think I did have another. I had a tan dry brush it was a little bit wetter. I just don't know if they ever got the formula quite right, and it looks really weird to open up a pot and see dry paint. Ooh, TK3 Prince. Talking of my dry brushes, turned up today.
Ah.
Dr. Jokel, the Necron compound paint sounds like it works a bit like Rub and Buff. Oh yeah, Rub and Buff is also kind of dry, wax-based.
So am I.
2819 Gameko already threw out the Necron compound in the garbage. It was like a hard-boiled egg inside.
Zerg619. Speaking of Primaris, I met a guy who does better Astartes paper crafts than I do. Makes my creations look like heresy.
Does the Primaris papercraft make the standard Space Marines look a little squat now? I think Primaris do look better.
Yes. I would agree with you.
It's kind of nice having real proportions. The only thing is they're not...
Real Space Marines have curves.
Yeah! And not just bowed legs. But the only thing is they're taking by far the biggest model range they have and updating it. So it's probably going to take a long...
You mean ruining it?
Yeah, ruining it. Which means it's probably going to take a long-ass time for Primaris to be indistinguishable from the old-school Space Marines. You know, maybe we have 5 or 6 more years of nothing but Space Marines to look forward to, so that they can be right back to to where they were. They'll be ready for the new Mega Primaris Marines.
Yeah, the actual true scale 100%. We promise this time. Space Marines.
Tabby plays. Need Grey Knight Primaris. Ooh, we do need Grey Knight Primaris. I like the Grey Knights. As long as my Grey Knight Paladins still stay playable, because I have about 30 of them, I'm down. I'm thinking about trying to sell off my my Death Watch, because I don't think I'm ever gonna do anything with them. And maybe doubling down on my Grey Knights, because the Grey Knights are actually completely different than my my Black Templar, because they can take psychers. Actually, they're all psychers. Versus my Black Templar, which are essentially anti-psycher. And it's not like the Death Watch and the Black Templar use most of the same models, whereas the Grey Knights have all different models. I don't know, though. I do own all those bikes, and it'd be sad to part with all those bikes.
There's only so many things you can paint in a day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like we both have stuff to sell. I mean, that could be a video.
Yeah. Connery, the inevitable trademarkable Primaris unit names are abysmal, though. Yeah, the names are a little funny. Some of them are cool, like Eliminators, Reavers. Some of them are a little silly, like the Hellblasters. Some of them just make no goddamn sense, like the Primaris ATV. Wonder where they got that name. It's like when Rose Tico from Star Wars was named Rose. A thing that doesn't exist in Star Wars. Christian could see. There is no redacted chapter. Yes. No one is supposed to know about the Grey Knights. The Sisters of Battle know about the Grey Knights. They often fight alongside the Grey Knights and the Inquisition. But yes, in general, for some reason, well, if not for no reason, the Grey Knights are kept secret because demons are kept secret from the Imperium for the most part. Voldemort has an amazing video on the Grey Knights, where he has a whole story about people waiting in line to be purged by the Grey Knights because they witnessed a demon host invasion of their planet. Dr. Drogle, it seems very limiting. You have your pole arm weapon attached to your backpack via a hose. I bet through Necron phase shifting shenanigans, it's fine. Like, I bet if he did want to throw his weapon, I bet the hose would just just vanish.
It makes a noise.
Yeah, it would just vanish, and then it would, his staff would probably float back to him, and then the hose would magically reinsert itself. Because the Necrons have some crazy techno sorcery. They got some next level stuff. I mean, this is... Is the camera just completely frozen on YouTube? Oh no, there it goes. Yep. Connery, I don't understand. Exterminatus is the best mind wiper. Christian could see. Nice non-metallic metal copper. Oh, thank you. But it's full-on metallic metal. It's Vallejo liquid copper. I'm sure one day I'll give a non-metallic metal copper a try. All right, folks, it's that time of the night.
All right. You know what that means?
Yeah.
We had a video out today.
Yeah, we did.
And we'll have a video out on Friday.
All right, everyone. Good night.
All right. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 p.m. Central.